is Medea J. Welcome to the Look Fantastic YouTube channel. Today's video will be a makeup tutorial using black-owned brands that you can find on the Look Fantastic website. Now sit back and enjoy this video. If you do have these makeup products, bring them out. Let's have some fun while we create this look. And before we start, remember to like the video, turn on your notification bell so that you can keep updated with any future videos. Now let's begin. Right, so we're going to start off with the eyes, and I'm going to use the UOMA Beauty Black Magic eyeshadow palette. I love UOMA Beauty products, like pigment, quality, everything on point. And this is the color story of the eyeshadow palette. You've got reds, blues, and a little bit of silver in there. So we're going to start off with the blue shade called Storm, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner of my eye and slowly drag that into halfway of my crease. Such a beautiful blue shade. I'm going to use a packing brush to do that. So I'm tapping the brush into the palette, getting product on it, and then I'm just slowly tapping it onto the outer portion of my lid and bringing it into my crease a little bit. See how powerful that blue shade is. Now to further deepen the intensity of the outer corner, I'm going to go into the black shade called Black, y'all. The shade names are just amazing. So I'm using a tapered blending brush to do this, and I'm just keeping it on the outer corner and bringing it slightly into my crease a little bit, and I just want to deepen that. Next, I want to blend the inner corner and blend out the edge of Storm a little bit, just to soften it. So I'm going to use Foxy to start doing that. And Foxy is this beautiful taupe. It's like a taupe brown shade. It's cooler than the type of shade that I would use, but it works perfectly with this color story. So I'm just going to start blending that. And I'm using a blending brush to do this. And I'm starting from the inner corner, blending that first, and then I'm taking that slightly into the crease. I'm going to change my brush and use a denser brush to blend out the edge of that blue, because I don't want to interrupt the blue, I just want to soften the edge of it. Now I want to go into the shade called Warrior, and I want to apply a little bit on top of the blue shade just to give it a little bit more intensity right there. And I'm slowly just blending that. For the inner portion of my eye, I'm going to go into She Tore, which is this gorgeous like ruby red shade. If I swatch it, see how pigmented that baby is, and it is super soft. So I'm going to apply that on the inner corner of my eye and gently bring it all the way up. And that is very, very beautiful. So to blend the edge of this shade, these two shades, and this shade, I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to apply Storm, and I'm just going to gently tap on the middle just so that it's softer and it blends better. So now that's very pretty on its own, but I feel the need to go into Oya, which is this gorgeous red, dark red shade, and what I want to do is just blend out the edge of where I put She Tore. just softly blend out the corner like so. And that's what you have so far. So I'm going to apply my liner and lashes off camera, and then we're going to do the lower portion of the eye. Alright, so for my lower lash line, I want to keep it nice, blue and smoky. So I'm going to go back in with Storm, and I'm going to apply that throughout my lower lash line. And on the outer portion of the lower lash line, I'll use Black Y'all just to deepen it a little bit. So I'm just going to tap my brush into Storm, and I'm actually going to start applying it from the outer corner. And then I'm going to apply Black Y'all, and I'm just going to use the same brush, just turn it over and apply it to the outer portion of the eye. So I'm loving the way the eyes came out. It's so pretty, very grungy, very perfect for the season. So now I'm just going to move on to my face. Right, so for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakerie Insta Bake Foundation, and I got mine in shade 317W. I've actually never used this foundation before, but I've heard fantastic things about the consistency, about the coverage and the quality of it. A foundation that you can also find on the Look Fantastic website, which I have used before, is the UOMA Beauty Say What foundation. I absolutely love this foundation as well, but I definitely wanted to try the Beauty Bakerie one, so we're going to be going with this one today. So to apply my foundation, I love using blending sponges, sometimes brushes, but blending sponges are usually my favorite tool to go with. So I picked up the Beauty Bakerie blending eggs. Now these come in a cute little crate, and you get 6 blending sponges in there, which is so fun. So obviously I've taken them all out of their individual packaging just because it looks so cute. It looks so cute like this. So these are better wet, so I'm just gonna go ahead, wet it, and use it to apply my foundation. So for my foundation, I always start off small, so I'm gonna start with 2 pumps. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna use the bottom of my sponge, start applying. Right, so my foundation is on, and I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes to set into my face. In the meantime, I'm going to use the UOMA Beauty Woke Concealer. Now, I got mine in shade Bronze Venus T3, and I heard great things about this concealer as well. I've actually never used it. As I said, the foundation that I have in UOMA Beauty is in Bronze Venus T3C, so I thought actually it would match it in terms of the shade. So this is the color that I'm going to go with. I think it's nice and light. It's going to give me a brightening effect underneath my eyes, as well as conceal the darkness. Yeah. So what I like to do is apply, I like to do one eye at a time. So I'll apply my concealer that way. I'm sure I've got the coverage that I want. Let that sit for a few seconds and then move over to the other eye. And again, this concealer is nice and thick, so I'm not worried about coverage. I think the coverage will be there. I'm going to pop a little bit on my chin as well, and here, because I do have some darkness around my mouth area. So hopefully that will brighten it. And I'm just going to pop a little bit on my forehead area. So, alright, I'm not going to leave it to sit for too long. So what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start blending the one around my mouth area while the one underneath my eyes kind of sits for a couple of seconds. So going to start blending the one underneath my eye, and I'm still using the same blending sponge, but now I'm going to use the tip area of it just so that I can get underneath my eyes quite well without disturbing my eyeshadow. It's such a beautiful concealer, isn't it? Very, very nice. Very full coverage. Really nice. Really, really nice coverage. So to set this, I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakerie Flour Better Not Bitter setting powder, and I've got this in cassava flour, and it's slightly light because again I do want a brightening effect underneath my eyes. Now I do have pretty dry under eyes, so I'm not going to be baking this for too long. I will let it sit a little bit, but not too long. So I'm just going to pop a little bit in the cap so that I don't use too much at a time. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm still gonna use the same blending sponge, I'm gonna use the other side, and I'm going to start setting that under eye. Such a finely milled powder, which I really love. So it means it will blend in quite nicely. It's very, very soft as well. And we're just gonna let that sit for, I don't know, about a minute or two. I'm just gonna gently just swipe the excess away and tap the rest in. I'm actually going to use the powder as well to just gently set the rest of my face. Because it's finely milled, so I think it makes a great setting powder if you use just a little bit. So to bring some sparkle to the eyes, I'm going to go back into the Black Magic eyeshadow palette from UOMA Beauty, and I'm going to use this shade called Lightning. It's such a beautiful, intense silver shade. Like I can't but use it, honestly. So I'm just using a more precise, detailed brush, and I am just popping that in my inner corner. Do you see how immediately it opens up my eyes? Like, what? It is so intense and so pigmented, like literally amazing. And now I'm looking a bit pasty, so we're going to bring some warmth back into the face. So I'm going to use the Beauty Bakerie Brownie Bar Face Palette. It looks like this. Inside you get these three beautiful shades, and I'm going to be using this one to contour my face. It's such a beautiful brown shade. I'll probably use this one as a blush and use this as a highlighter as well, but it's such a handy face palette, great to travel with when we are allowed to travel. And yeah, it looks really, really good. So it looks like it's gonna match me quite nicely as well. And from experience with palettes like this, you honestly want to take your time and build. You don't want to go ham and apply because it never works out. So I'm just gonna tap my brush in there a little bit and just start building my contour. So I'm gonna bronze contour with it as well. Just nothing too harsh, just it brings back some warmth to my skin. This color is so beautiful, and I'm just gently building that up. So it's gonna take us a minute, but I'd rather be slow and steady than pile it on and regret it. I'm just following the natural contours of my face, where I've got a dip See, I've got a natural dip in there, so I'm just following that. And I'm blending it up just so that it blends in with my blush when I do apply it. Now I'm going to use the second shade as a blush, and that is pigmented. I'm going to gently apply. Oh, see, I told you guys, these palettes are so pigmented. So pretty. I just give a natural flush to the skin. It's so warm, so pretty. Like rosy cheeks. For my highlighter, I'm gonna be using this shade, and it's so pigmented. I am just gonna, just a little bit. I'm just caution. I'm just gonna go a little bit at a time. I do like blinding highlighter, so let me see. That is glow. Beaut. Right, so everything is on. I am loving the highlighter. I'm loving the way everything's looking. So now I'm going to be using the UOMA Beauty Badass Icon lipstick, and this one is in shade Brenda. I love these range of lipsticks from UOMA Beauty. They're so creamy, very luxurious in terms of the packaging, in terms of weight, and the consistency is flawless. And this color would just match this look beautifully. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. So nice. And this is the finished look, guys, and I absolutely love it. These black owned brands came through. The look is flawless. I absolutely love it. I would wear it for the autumn months. I'd actually even wear it for Christmas, just because it's so pretty. I love the UOMA Beauty Black Magic eyeshadow palette, the foundation, the concealer, the highlighter. I think they all work together to create this beautiful look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial using black owned brands. As I mentioned in the video, all the products that I use can be found on the LOOKFANTASTIC website, so definitely check them out if you are interested in any of these black owned brand products. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to the LOOKFANTASTIC YouTube channel. Be nice to someone today and take care.